What is happening, YouTube? All right, sorry for running a little bit late or running right on time, depending on how you look at it. My name is Mike. Welcome to the channel. Doing a live stream right now of Kahoot Trivia, which is interactive online trivia. So basically, all you got to do is follow the directions if you would like to play. All you have to do is type in the game pin, which is on the screen. And I'm looking down, so my camera's at the bottom of my screen, so I'm looking down at my phone right now. So all you have to do, there's an app called Kahoot, and then you just type in the pin number, and you can play. So I'm gonna type in the number, then we can get started. All right, looks like it's just gonna be me. But if you're watching, feel free to join at any time. All right, so how this is gonna work, basically the first 5 questions are gonna be random fun fact questions, and then after the first 5, we will dive into the financial related questions. So again, apologize if there is a lag. There should be a lag of about 10 seconds between YouTube and the streaming and the actual stream. So I put 60 seconds on the clock just so everyone has enough time to answer. All right, the answer is true. So yeah, if you've ever heard of Texas, Texas is the Lone Star State. And let's keep it moving. Once again, if you're joining us now, welcome. You can join the game at any time. I will put the directions on the screen. Let's see here. Yeah, the directions are on the screen in the pink box. All right, name the biggest island of the world or in the world. Yeah, so these 5 random trivia questions I looked up online, so a lot of them were new to me. Yeah, biggest island of the world. All right, answer is Greenland. Greenland. Fun fact. And if you're wondering why I have 0 points right now, so I'm going to get the first 5 wrong on purpose. And then we'll start the financial section in about 5 minutes. And then that's when I will start playing. Just want to make sure giving everyone an equal playing field here. All right, 3 novels of Shakespeare. I think the only Shakespeare class I had was maybe in 9th grade. So not a real not real knowledgeable about Shakespeare, but even if you aren't, you might be able to guess. Some of these might be able to stick out to you. Once again, if you're just joining us, you can join the game. All you have to do is follow the directions that are in the pink box on the screen. All right, yeah, the correct answer, so for Shakespeare, Hamlet, The Merchant of Venice, and Taming of the Shrew. So, learn something new if you didn't know that. I certainly did not know that. All right, so we have 2 more questions left, and then we're going to dive into the financial section of this trivia game. What is the diameter of the Earth? I would be very impressed if you knew this off the top of your head. I don't know if this is a piece of information that is just common knowledge. I certainly did not know it, so I would definitely be guessing here. All right, a few more seconds. All right, so the answer is, yeah, 12, looks like 12,742 kilometers. That is a lot. All right, still at 0. This is the last random question, and then we will dive into the financial section after this. So it's not too late to join the game. I do this on purpose. I try to make the first 5 questions not only entertaining, but non-financial related, just so people have time to join. So we'll actually get started. We'll usually get started on question number 6. 6 and onward will be all finance related. So this one everyone should know off the top of your head. What is the largest continent of the world? And the answer is Asia. I guess I could see if you guessed Antarctica, maybe. I don't know, but Asia's pretty big, so even if you didn't know the answer, I mean, Asia's a very large continent, but yeah, fun fact, Asia was the right answer on that. All right, so you'll notice I got the first 5 questions wrong. So now when we jump into the finance section, we can actually start playing for real. Give some people just a quick reminder, you can join by following the directions on the screen in the pink box. You just have to go to the Kahoot website, or you can look at their app and then just type in the PIN number, and then you can join me on screen for some live trivia. All right, so this is the first question of the financial trivia. Here we go. What is the only way to avoid paying interest on a credit card? So how this will work, these questions I found online, and I just recreated them in this Kahoot app. And so I'm going to be playing this as if it was my first time. So I'll let everyone know now that I did not get a perfect score on this. And so I will answer as if it's my first time, and you guys will see which ones I got right and then which ones I got wrong. And then I'll try to explain after every question so people can get a better understanding of why they got it wrong. All right, so yeah, this one I got right. So yeah, the only way to avoid paying interest on a credit card. I mean, this one is kind of process of elimination. Um, if you make the minimum payment on time, that's not going to pay off your balance. So that's not going to be correct. Yeah, the red's not going to be correct. And yeah, it's not going to be yellow. So paying the month's balance on time and in full. In full is key, right? So hopefully you guys knew that one. We got some points on the board. Keep the game moving. Yeah, this one, so sometimes when the question's too long, you can't actually type it in, so you have to take a picture of it. So that's what I did here. But I'll let everyone read it. Hope everyone's having a good start to the weekend. Not sure if anyone has any plans, but I certainly don't. Yeah, this is just basically just a bank account question. You get $100 in your bank. How much is it going to be worth at the end of the 5th year? Cool. Yeah, so the answer is more than $125. So I would like to just take a minute here and show you guys one thing. I have my Microsoft Excel pulled up. All right, hopefully everybody can see the screen. Here's a question up here. So I went over this last week, but here's the formula. So if you want to figure out how much $100 will be worth in 5 years, this is called the future value formula. So you have $100, and your bank is going to give you 5% interest each year. How much is it going to be worth at the end of 5 years? And so when you just follow this formula, you get your answer. So I chose over $125. So this is the exact answer, $127.6. An easy way to do that, if it's a $100 bill, you want 10% of 100, you move the decimal place over 1. So 10% of 100 is going to be $10. And so this is asking for 5%. So what's half of $10? $5. So at a minimum, you're going to be getting $5 a year. So at the end of 5 years, $5 a year times 5 is $25. So at a minimum, you know your answer is going to be $125, over $125. So that was that. Hopefully I didn't confuse anybody, but we will keep the game moving. Got some more points on the board. Once again, not too late to join. Feel free to join if you'd like. All right, keeping the game moving. All right, so in general, as your credit score increases, the interest rate you are charged on a loan, and it can either increase, decrease, or stay the same. Hopefully everyone knows this, and if not, I mean, put in your best guess. Yeah, so the relationship between the two, they are both inversely proportionate. So as your credit score goes up, the interest that you're charged on the money that you borrow goes down. And so if you, I mean, you can kind of think about it logically. Why do people want to have a good credit score? They want to have a good credit score because it gets them better deals when they borrow money. You know, as opposed to someone who may have like a repossession on their record. Why would they get better deals if they don't have as good of credit? So yeah, they both move in opposite directions. So we'll keep the game moving. Look at that. Frugal Fam is on fire. Like I said, there are a few questions I did get wrong, so I believe one of them is coming up here soon. Yeah, this is another long question, so I had to copy and paste it in the center there. Apologize if there's any background noise. There's my neighbor is currently mowing his lawn at the same time as this live stream, so apologize if there's any static noise in the background. Yeah, so the idea, and again, I wish they kept the picture up so we could see the question, but yeah, the idea here is if you have a secured loan is basically, I mean, if you think of like a repossession, it's basically like, or maybe not a repossession, but if you want to take a loan out against your home, well, in the event that you don't pay the bank back, the bank can just seize your home and then sell it to recoup whatever money you owe them. So when you're asking to borrow money and you're willing to put your home down as collateral, then your interest rate should be lower as opposed to a credit card, because a credit card is borrowing money, but you're not actually putting any of your assets at stake. So I guess there's no guarantee that the credit card company is going to be able to obtain the money back that they lent you. So yeah, in general, when collateral loans are going to be a lower interest rate. That's the big takeaway here. All right, on fire. Keep the game moving. Looks like we got seven questions left. Generally, if someone with good credit co-signs your loan, the interest rate you are charged on the loan, same as before, increase, decrease, or remain the same. What do you guys think? Yeah, so not to trick anyone, but this is the question that I got wrong, and I will explain here shortly. All right, I accidentally chose the correct answer, so yeah, this one I got wrong. So, whoops. But yeah, when you have a cosigner on your loan, kind of the same as like collateral. The reason that you're getting a cosigner to begin with is because the bank doesn't believe they're going to be able to obtain the money back that they potentially may lend you. So your cosigner, instead of putting your house down as collateral, your I guess the bank's collateral would be the person cosigning. So in the event that I am not able to repay the bank, they can come after the cosigner, who is then going to be on the hook for whatever amount that I borrowed and cannot repay. So this one, common sense, I probably should have got this right. But yeah, this is the one I originally got wrong. I actually said, I thought it remains the same. So I don't really know what I was thinking there. But yeah, this one, unfortunately, I got wrong. But it is okay. All about learning something new. Right? Hopefully this quiz, this trivia format is somewhat entertaining. I mean, I try to start the weekend off strong. Not only, playing a fun game, but also learning something new. So, also leave a comment if you'd like. I just put a comment in the chat box. So feel free to say hi, whatever you want. Any plans you guys have for the weekend? And in the meantime, we will just keep rolling through the questions. Oh, so this was another one that, yeah, you might not be able to get off the top of your head. Actually, probably not, because this took me a while. All right, so yeah. So, all right, let's see if I can explain this. So, focus on the top two boxes. So, there's the red box and the blue box, right? They're both basically opposites, right? So, if we start at the left, the red box, so the bank is going to charge you, or this is a credit card company. The credit card company is charging you 0% on the money that you borrow per year, but they charge you a $1 fee every month. So one way to look at that is, I think the original amount was $100. Let's see here. Yeah, the question's up here. So the original amount was $100 that you borrowed. So the $1 monthly fee, $1 is 1% of $100. So another way of looking at the question is, even though they're charging you 0 interest a year, they are charging you 1% of your money per month, right? So that's kind of how I looked at that. And then the blue box, they're saying, hey, there's no monthly fee. There's no monthly fee, but we are going to charge you 6% each year on the money that you borrow. So per month, even though there's no fee, your monthly payment is going to be 6% divided by 12, which ends up being 50 cents. So would you rather pay $1 a month or pay 50 cents a month? And so that's why the answer is the blue box, right? And there's a lot going on here, I know, but if you focus on the yellow boxes, so it's going to take you 8 months if you do this red box. So if you want to repay your $100 that you borrowed from the credit card company, it's going to take you eight months to repay that, and they're going to charge you $8 in total. Whereas if you go with the blue option, so there's no monthly fee, but they charge you 6% per year, then in total you're only going to be paying $1.96. So would you rather pay $8 or $1.96? So hopefully I didn't confuse you too much on that, but that was the reasoning behind the answer. So we'll keep the game moving. We only have, looks like 5 more questions left. Appreciate everyone watching. I hope everyone's having a good start to your weekend. Looks like it's about to rain where I am right now. Yeah, and so these trivia times are kind of weird. I know a lot of people are still at work or they're just now getting off work. So my intention will play this whole trivia game through once, Then we'll take a 5-minute intermission, and then we will play a second round. The second round is going to be just a repeat of this round. So I'm hoping that if you weren't able to make the first game, then hopefully you can make the second game. So all right, which of the following types of deposit accounts pays the highest interest rate? Yeah, so this one I kind of just had to think of my bank account because I actually have all of these that are listed. So yeah, the lowest one is your checking account. That gives you the least amount of interest. And then right above that is your savings. And then a money market usually is higher than a savings account. And then a CD, a lot of people don't even know what a CD is. And if you're from the 90s, you know what a CD is, but we're not talking about those CDs. Yeah, certificate of deposit. I think my bank has a CD that's at 3%. It's like 2.96. So kind of interesting, but yeah, CD is going to return the highest rate of those four. Keeping the game moving. Once again, if you're watching, just joining us right now, my name is Mike, and it is not too late to join the game. Just have to follow the instructions that are in the pink box on the screen. And if you have a question, you can always just leave a comment in the chat box. Ideally, how much should you have saved in an emergency fund? So this is a big Dave Ramsey topic. So I wonder, not sure if anyone watches Dave Ramsey, but he goes over this. Yeah, so in general, so correct me if I'm wrong, but Dave Ramsey, I think baby step number 1 is save $1,000, and then baby step 3 is to save 6 months. So in general, I think the rule is 3 to 6 months, but your end goal is to have 6 months worth of living expenses saved up. That way, if something happens, you can. Richard Hammond in the chat. What's up, Richard? Not sure if you played the game before, but hopefully you have. But yeah, if you're in the chat, you can just play on your phone or on your laptop, whatever you're playing on. All right. Car insurance. Yeah, car insurance I'm not too familiar with. I've had a car once in my life, and I owned it for about 6 months. So I'm trying to think. This one I actually got wrong, but we'll see. We'll see if Richard. And I think I know who Richard is. Shout out to Richard. Yo, I haven't. Hey, Rich, thanks for leaving a comment. Yo, Richard, I haven't seen you since middle school. I think it's middle school. But yeah, no, I know exactly who you are. I hope you're doing well. I'm not too far away from you right now. I'm only like an hour away, so still in the area. But yeah, haven't been back to that part of town. Actually, last summer I was in town for a few days, or actually for a day, but yeah, not too long. All right, yeah, the answer here. All right, so it looks like, yeah, so when I originally took this quiz, I thought it was liability, but yeah, comprehensive would cover a stolen car. So I took some notes here. This is all new because I did not really know this about insurance, but comprehensive insurance. Let's see. Comprehensive insurance, so it covers theft, vandalism, fire, natural disaster, falling objects, damage done by animals, and riots. So, did not know that. Learned something new. Oh, dang, we got the battle cats in the house. Guys, I just want to say that this is the most amount of people we've ever had in the chat and in the game. I think prior to this, I've only played versus one other person. So this is a record here. So I appreciate you guys joining the game and spending your Friday with me. This is another car insurance question. What type of car insurance coverage is going to cover you if you injure someone with your car? A few more seconds. Yeah, I can see how you would think uninsured motorist. Yeah, liability. And I took some notes here. Let's see. Liability protects you if you're at fault for hurting someone or someone else's property during an accident. So, did not know that. Someone put collision. Collision is coming up. Oh, we got another viewer. We have 4 people in the game right now, guys. That is a Frugal Fam record. Moving on to question 16. All right, so this is the other car insurance question. I think this is the last car insurance. So basically you get into an accident, and what insurance is going to cover the damage in that accident? Oh, I can't believe 4 people are playing the game right now. This is a record. All right, yeah, collision. Collision was the answer for that one. The comprehensive insurance I answered previously. So comprehensive covers like all the miscellaneous stuff. So like vandalism, theft, fire, natural disasters. And then liability would be injury to someone's vehicle injury to someone, to a human in the event that you cause a collision. So keep the game moving. There's one question left. All right, we got five playing the game now. That's cool. So guys, before we hit the next question, I know this is like an odd time because people have work. And people are just now getting off work. But so we're gonna do this last question. Probably take a 10-minute intermission, and then we're gonna play round 2 after this game. And so round 2 is gonna be the exact same game. It's just gonna be for people who missed it, who missed the first game. So feel free to play again if you want to play again, and then if not, that's cool. I definitely appreciate you guys taking time out of your Friday and spending it with me in this game. Try to play this game every Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. So if you weren't able to make it this week, then join you for next week. Also, take this time to remind people, if you're not subscribed to my channel, my YouTube channel, I'd recommend subscribing. That way you don't miss anytime I post a new video, and you don't miss anytime I go live on this trivia game. I try to make YouTube content around personal finance and saving money. So this is just another way to kind of talk about it in a fun way. So hopefully you guys learn something new and start the weekend off strong. All right, so yeah, this question I got wrong. Shout out to whoever did none of the above. So when I originally took this quiz, I guessed the FDIC. So I also took some notes on this. So the basic idea here is when you invest in the stock market, that's on you. So if your investment goes down, no government agency is going to come in and bail you out, right? So what I got confused on, and I think someone else got confused on this, the FDIC is only for your bank. So your checking account, your savings account, the FDIC will insure that account up to $250,000. So in the event that there's a bank robbery or something, if you have 250 grand in one account in your bank, then you are insured up to $250,000. If you put that money into the stock market, if you lose it, that's on you. So I got confused on this, but it's all right. Learn something new. All right, so that brings us to, if you've never played the game before, they do this cool like virtual podium. So it looks like we got Richard's in third, the Grand Tour in second, and Frugal Fan. So one thing I just want to mention is this quiz I found online. So when I took this quiz, even though I know what the answers are, I'm playing as if it's my first time. So in this quiz, I actually got 3 wrong. So once again, want to thank everyone for playing the game. We're going to take a 10-minute intermission, and then we're going to come back for round 2, which is going to start in 10 minutes. But thank you. Subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. And if you want to play again, we will play this trivia game one more time in about 10 minutes. And if not, thank you for watching the stream. And I hope you guys have a great start to your weekend. See you in 10 minutes. Peace. What's up, guys? Give me a second to get set up here. All right. Welcome to Financial Trivia Round 2. So if you missed the first game, we just got done playing a round of Financial Trivia about 10 minutes ago. And now we are going to start round 2, which is the exact same game. I'm just doing it again because I know some people had to work. So, doing it for you guys. So, just to introduce myself, my name is Mike. I make financial content around saving money and personal finance. A lot of my videos are scripted. So, I try to do this live stream every Friday just to kind of give my YouTube channel some more character. So, you can see what it looks like when I'm filming a video alone versus, the character and how I act in a live video like this. So let's jump into the game. If you've never played before, you basically just have to go to the Kahoot website and then input this PIN number, and then your name will pop up on the screen. And I will put the directions on the screen. Alright, so if anyone joins in the middle of the game, all you have to do is follow the directions that are in the pink box. So the way this works is, I know the times are kind of weird, but every week when I do the financial trivia game, I try to make the first 5 questions fun questions. So the first 5 that we'll play here are all going to be completely random. And so I'm going to get them wrong on purpose. And then when we hit question number 6, that's when I'll start playing the finance part, just in case people join later in the game, so people have a fair advantage, basically. But also we'll say there is probably a 10-second delay between YouTube and the actual stream. So I try to give 60 seconds for answers, just so people have enough time to input their answer. Yeah, Texas is the Lone Star State. So fun fact for everyone. We'll keep the game moving. All right, so it looks like I didn't get my I got the answer wrong. All right, so Richard Hammond is playing, and James May, Frugal Fam, the Battle Cats, and Jeremy Clarkson. I appreciate you guys joining the game. All right, what's the biggest island in the world? So these first 5 questions, I actually had to research. So these are just completely random. And most of these I didn't really know. The Texas one I knew. This one I had no idea. Maybe you guys will get it right. All right, a few more seconds. All right, yeah, I mean, a lot of lands: Greenland, Iceland, New Zealand, or Finland. I probably would have guessed. I don't know. I just didn't know this one. Greenland was the correct answer. So let's see. It looks like the Grand Tour got some points. Congrats to the Grand Tour. All right, any of you guys Shakespeare nerds? I think I took a Shakespeare class in 9th grade, and unfortunately I don't really remember any of it, but maybe you guys will get this question right. I will say I think the one thing that most people tend to know is Don Quixote of La Mancha. This one that I'm pointing at. It's a book and it's a movie, but I feel like most high schoolers have seen Don Quixote. I have at least. I'm not sure about how it's done in Europe, but I know I saw it in high school. A few more seconds. Yeah, I think the one name that sticks out there is Hamlet. Hamlet is like very. It sounds like very familiar. The bottom left, the yellow box. 1984 was the only book I actually read out of these choices. I'm not sure if you guys have ever read any of these books. If you have, let me know in the comments in the chat box. But yeah, 1984 was a good movie. Sorry, good book. I think they did make a movie of it too. All right, Richard and James, crushing it right now. All right, so two more questions, and then we'll jump into the finance section. What is the diameter of the Earth? I would be very impressed if anyone knew this off the top of their head. I don't know if this is common knowledge. I would definitely be guessing here. So you're basically looking at 10, 11, 12, or 13 kilometers. So what is that? In meters, that would be what, you got to add three zeros, right? So 13 million, 13 mil. So all right, the answer is 12. So 12,742 meters, or 12.7 kilometers. Cool. So fun fact. All right, Richard's still in the lead. James in second, and Grand Tour in third. All right, so this is the last. This is the last random question, and then after this, we'll jump into the finance section. The largest continent in the world. And in case you missed it, all the questions in today's game I found online, and then I just reproduced them on this Kahoot app, so we can all play together. So as I play, I'm going to be playing as if it was my first time. So just so you guys know, I did not get every question correct, and so you guys will see that here shortly when we start playing. Yeah, so we have largest continent, um, between North America and Asia. Yeah, Asia is a pretty big continent. I don't know what the actual dimensions are of it, but it's big. James May is on fire. Nice. Richard's still in the lead. I think the Battle Cats is not playing anymore, so I think there's just four of us. All right. This is the first finance related question. What is the only way to avoid paying interest on a credit card? Just had a bunch of people pull into my house, so I'm trying to not get distracted right now. All right. Anyone have any plans for the weekend? I know it's Friday. A lot of people probably just got off of work. Or if you are in Europe, it's probably getting close to bedtime right now. All right. So out of all of these options, the key here is paying the amount in full. So the top left, the red box, that's not going to do it. The blue box, top right, making the minimum payment is not. You're still going to be charged interest even if you make the minimum payment. You have to pay it off in full. So that's why the green box is correct. And no one chose the yellow. Okay. All right. It looks like I might be logged in twice, but it looks like I am logged in twice. And I'll let you guys read the question. So sometimes when the question gets too long, you can't actually type it in. So I just had to take a screenshot here. And whoops, I forgot I had the music off. Yeah, they have some fun music. I think there's different themes for the music as well. I know there's like a jazz theme, so maybe each week when I do this. By the way, each week I do this every Friday. Maybe each week I'll have a different music theme. Not sure. I'm not sure if you guys are big into music. Maybe switch things up a bit. All right. I'm not sure if I got my answer in on time, but yeah, more than 125 bucks. So give me 1 second. I just want to pull up Microsoft Excel real quick. All right. So here's the question again. And so if you want to actually know what the actual answer is, so this box right here is called future value. So this is the future value formula. So the question's saying if you put 100 bucks into your savings account and your bank is going to give you 5% each year, what are you going to have at the end of 5 years? And so your answer is highlighted in yellow, so 127. And so if you didn't have this fancy formula, I do this when I go out to eat at like restaurants, but if you have $100 bill, so 10%, all you have to do is move the decimal place over one. So 10% of 100 would be $10, and this is asking for 5%. So half of $10 is $5. So if every year you're getting $5, at the end of 5 years, you're at least gonna get $25, right? 5 times 5 is 25. So at a minimum, your answer has to be the $125. So hopefully I didn't just confuse you guys, but we will keep the game moving. All right, credit score question. Generally, as your credit score increases, the interest rate you are charged on a loan can either increase, decrease, or remain the same. What do you guys think? Where is everyone playing from right now? Is everyone in the U.S.? I am based in the U.S. right now. Um, Let me know in the chat box. Here, I'll write. Let me write something real quick. Let's see. Decreases. Yeah. So your credit score and the amount that you're charged by banks are inversely proportional, meaning when one goes up, the other must go down. So if you think about it kind of logically, why do people even want to have a good credit score to begin with? They want a good credit score because it gives them better deals when they borrow money from banks, right? We want to incentivize people who are going to repay money that they borrow. So in general, when you have a good credit score, a bank is going to give you a better deal. So as your score goes up, you're going to be paying less in interest. So hopefully that made sense. We will keep it moving. And yeah, it looks like I am logged in twice, unfortunately, but that's all right. Yeah, feel free to leave a comment if you'd like. Try to get some interaction from people. Yeah, if you missed my opening little speech, basically I make scripted finance related videos about saving money and personal finance. And so I do these live streams every Friday just to kind of add some character to the channel. So if you weren't able to make it this week, then hopefully next week. Decrease. So I actually forgot what the question was. I was too busy rambling, but yeah, the answer is decrease. Sorry about that. I wonder if this was the cosigner question. No, this is the cosigner question. All right, so this is the question I actually got wrong when I originally took the quiz. So in general, if someone cosigns your loan, is the interest rate on the loan going to go up, go down, or remain the same? Yeah, I'm also in the works. I recently got a USB cord for my like good camera, so I'm hoping in a few weeks to because right now I'm on my laptop camera, which is why like I'm looking at the screen, but my camera's actually down there. But yeah, eventually I'm gonna hook it up to my good camera, so hopefully the quality will be a little bit better. Yeah, so this is the question I got wrong, but it makes sense. So this is it kind of if you think of like collateral. So the bank is not lending you money because they don't believe they're going to get it back from you. So when you have a cosigner, in the event that you're not able to repay the money that you borrowed from the bank will come after the cosigner, and then the cosigner is going to be on the hook for whatever debt that you owe. And so, yeah, it's basically insurance for the bank. So when you get a cosigner, it's insurance, and they'll, in general, will give you a lower interest rate. So they're going to give you a better deal when someone is willing to be a cosigner for you. All right, moving up. Keep it moving. We got 6 questions left. All right, suppose you charge $100 on a credit card. If you paid only $15 each month, which card would charge you less over the next 12 months? This one I actually had to sit down with like pen and paper. I think I was overthinking it, but you might be able to guess it just from the answers. And I'll try to explain it. Hopefully it'll make sense when I explain it here in a second. If I can bear with me here, I'm going to try to explain this real quick. So if we start at the red box, so the top left box, I mean, it looks like we both got it right, but these two, the red and the blue, are basically opposites. So in the red box, it's saying, hey, the credit card company is going to charge you 0% per year. So you don't have to pay an annual percentage on whatever amount that you spend. However, they are going to charge you $1 every month. And so the question was, if you spend $100 on your credit card, so $1 of $100 is 1%. So another way of saying this is they are not charging you an annual percentage per year, but they are charging you 1% every month, right? And then moving over to the blue, this is kind of saying the opposite. It's saying that, hey, we're not charging you a monthly fee, but we're going to charge you 6% per year. So if you convert 6%, a yearly 6% to a monthly rate, so 6% divided by 12 is 0.5%. So would you rather pay 1% per month or pay 0.5% per month? So $1 a month or 50 cents a month. And so that's why the blue is going to be cheaper. Hopefully that made sense. Yeah, and I know I just moved up, but again, I ended up getting 3 wrong in total, so it's not a perfect score, but really the point of this is just to have a little fun and start the weekend off strong and hopefully learn something new. So I feel like these interactive games, at least in school, they sort of make learning fun. I mean that way you're interacting, you're not like falling asleep in class. But I'm a big proponent of financial education, learning more about it. I think it's pretty interesting. You could consider me a finance nerd, but yeah, love learning new things about this topic. So of these 4 different types of accounts, which one will give you the best rate? Yeah, CD. So when I originally took this, I just had to think back on my what is actually in my bank account because I have all 4 of these right now. But from lowest to highest, checking account is going to be lowest, then savings, money market, and then CD. Most people today don't even know what a CD is. So certificate of deposit, but my bank right now, the highest CD they have is at 3%. I think it's actually 2.96. So, I mean, it's not going to give you a crazy deal, a crazy rate of return, but it is going to be better than just leaving your money in a checking account. All right, keep the game moving. So this is like a Dave Ramsey question. If you follow Dave Ramsey, then you should have a general idea of what the answer should be. And if not, that's okay. We're gonna learn something new. All right, a few more seconds. All right, nice. We both got it right. I'm gonna give you a virtual high five. Virtual high five. Yeah. So if you follow the Dave Ramsey, I think baby step number one is saving $1,000, and then baby step three is saving 6 months of your living expenses. But I think in general the rule of thumb is anywhere between 3 and 6 months you should have saved up in an emergency fund. So ideally you would want to have 6 months saved up. All right, keep it moving. What type of car insurance coverage will pay to replace a stolen car? And I think I've owned a truck at a Ford F-250 I owned for 6 months. So I'm not the most fluent on car insurance. So some of these I got wrong. Actually, I think this one I got wrong. Yeah, so this I actually guessed on. I wasn't really sure. Comprehensive. This is very new to me. I didn't know this about insurance, but I took some notes here if you guys are interested. But comprehensive insurance, it basically covers everything that collision insurance doesn't cover. So theft, vandalism, fire, natural disaster, falling objects, damage from animals, and riots. So that would be the comprehensive insurance category. So definitely did not know that. And we will keep the game moving. Only 3 questions remaining. All right, another car insurance question. So, what type of car insurance coverage will pay for a loss resulting from a lawsuit after injuring someone with your car? What do you guys think? All right, a few more seconds. All right, this is pretty interesting. So we got one person said the uninsured motorist, one said collision, then two said liability. So I took some notes on this because I wasn't exactly sure of the definition, but so liability insurance, it protects you if you're at fault for hurting someone else or someone's property during an accident. So this is new information to me, but I sort of thought it was liability. Um, but yeah, you learn something new. Uninsured motorist, I'm not. I mean, I'm assuming that's. I'm not actually sure what that is. I feel like they're all very related. All right, 2 questions remaining. So we got another car insurance question. So basically, you get into an accident and you're at fault. So you caused the accident. Which of these insurances um, are you going to have? Or what insurance is going to cover your accident? So very similar answers from the previous questions. Yeah, and so far, so we've already discussed comprehensive. We've already discussed liability. So really, there's only two. There's only two we haven't discussed yet. All right. Yeah. So it looks like So collision, property damage. I'm not 100% sure what the exact definition of that is. So collision, I have some notes here, but collision, it covers your car if it's damaged or destroyed during an accident. So that would be what collision is. So, and then comprehensive. So comprehensive we discussed earlier. So comprehensive is basically everything that's outside of collision. So if your car gets stolen, if there's a fire, if there's a riot, if you hit a deer, that's all going to be comprehensive. So moving on. All right. Last question of the game. Let's end it on a strong note. The stocks and mutual funds you own are insured by, which of these answers? So I just want to take this time. If you're new here, if you've missed my pitch in the beginning, so my name is Mike. I run a channel called Frugal Fam, and it's all about personal finance and saving money. So if you're interested in that type of content, then be sure to subscribe to my channel. Most of my videos are scripted, and sometimes I feel like they can kind of get boring. So I try to add this live stream every Friday, and that way it kind of adds some character to the channel and can also interact with you guys and hopefully, start the weekend off strong and, learn something new. Wow, so we were kind of all over the board on this. So I chose red, the top left, FDIC. The answer is none of the above. And so if you think of the stock market, when you put your money into the stock market, no government agency is going to bail you out if you lose your money, right? So this is where I got confused. I was thinking of banks. So when you put your money into your bank account, that account is insured. And so there's a thing called the FDIC, which is the top left, the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, and they will actually insure your account up to $250,000. So using like the bank robber example, if someone robbed your local bank and you had $250,000 in your account, then the FDIC has that money insured. So even if something happens to the bank, your money is protected. However, if you put that $250,000 in the stock market, if you put it all on GameStop and you lose your money overnight, no one's going to help bail you out for that. So that was kind of where I got confused. But this question is, it's basically stock market versus putting your money into a bank account. So that is the last question. If you've never done the Kahoot app, they basically have like an online podium at the end, and so it shows you like the top three places. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, I'm logged in twice. So Richard, you got second, and I forgot who was the third person. But shout out to third place. Sorry, next time I'll try to log out so I'm not taking up two spots. Once again, thank you again for listening. Next Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern, I'll be running the same game. It'll be a brand new topic, so join me next Friday. And if you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And I hope everyone has a great Friday and hopefully a good weekend. And I'll see you next week. Peace.